Hey everyone, this is Hollander Cooper, and we're going to be checking out the beginning of Uncharted Golden Abyss, which I reviewed. Just going to jump right into a new game. As you can see, the interface in the Vita is sort of similar to the PS3's. Pretty basic and easy to use, very seamless to jump between things. You can already tell the tone is very much standard Uncharted. You're going into ancient ruins. You're talking about different characters and
Dante.
that kind of were in our history.
I got a report that shots were fired by the river.
It was nothing.
I'm telling you, it was Drake.
And this is all in-game graphics. The game is beautiful. Doesn't quite reach Uncharted console graphics, but you can see that's just what it looks like. It's better than expected. Now, one of the things I noticed about the game is just how much it plays like a traditional Uncharted game. You can see already there are some other little things, and I'll be showing them, that use the touchscreen, but for the most part, it's what you expect from the console Uncharted games, with some minor differences. You can see I can use the touchscreen to climb around if I don't feel like using the analog sticks. Little rock falling off. Really typical Uncharted stuff there. I'll try to show this off here. If you tilt the system, he does the moving part for you. For the most part, I found myself, though, using the regular analog sticks. Though, if I was stuck on a part for too long, I would, instead of just, like, getting lazy, I'd end up just using the touchscreen. Now, in terms of the entire game, though, on the whole, you can just see that there was, like, a quick segment. There's things falling down. That's sort of the extent of the cinematic stuff that shows up in Uncharted. One of my personal favorite things about the series is when you're kind of in control as the world is falling apart around you. It doesn't happen that much in this game, and I was sort of sad to see it missing. But in terms of the climbing and shooting, it's pretty much as good as you're going to get, in my opinion.
Drake's been spotted in the upper chamber. Kill him on sight. Dante's orders.
One of Dante's mercenaries. Bastards.
It usually doesn't make you use the touchscreen, but sometimes, as you can see there, it does try to get you to use it when otherwise you might not. And the gameplay feels a lot more like Uncharted 2 than 3, for those who played both, which personally I was happy by, because I kind of prefer 2s to 3s. And you're still able to use melee by hitting the square button, but expect your screen to be covered with prompts letting you know that you're allowed to use the touchscreen to do it too. Show off some of the regular shooting.
Flush him out.
A little closer.
As you can see, if I move the system, Drake's aiming moves as well. I didn't think I would use that much, but in the end, it's like I'll go in for the shot and then kind of just finish off the angle with that, because it's sort of easier sometimes to do that than to just use the regular controls.
Piece of cake.
and now you're seeing one of my frustrations with the game. The level design is not as good as it was in the other games, in my opinion. There are areas that there's just no reason to go to, like this one. You're going to kind of just get, every so often, you're going to kind of wander into an area that just doesn't really have any meaning, and it's easy to get lost. It doesn't happen that much, but it does happen on occasion. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat, and when I have a chance, I will look over and answer them for you.
Drake, he's up there. Take him out.
Another thing about the game that, depending on what you want from Uncharted, you might find strange is this location, kind of the jungle, Aztec, ruins thing. This is pretty much your location for a majority of the game. You're not going to suddenly travel to a snowy area or a desert or anything like that. It's pretty much like Uncharted 1's locations for the majority of the game. But I'm not really complaining that much because they are beautiful, and it's cool to be able to revisit some of those areas. Not the actual same areas, but that sort of style
I got him. You're a
several
dead
years
man.
later.
See how you like this?
So as you can see, that was the prologue. And you get a look again at the sort of nice jungle environment you're traveling through.
Oh, damn it. Jeez.
And one of the new
Muddy
characters,
roads. Just
Dante.
got these clean.
Those are fancy.
Yeah.
This is before Devil May
So
Cry,
many shoes we
so he
get
doesn't have
there?
his sword or
Very
guns
funny.
yet.
Mr. Nathan Drake, always good for a laugh. Hey, look at these. Sea turtle. You know how much they sent me back?
What's the matter? Couldn't find your baby hippo boots?
So now you've joined Greenpeace all of a sudden?
It's just I don't go around wearing endangered species on my feet.
Yeah, well, they cost me a lot. More dough than you
And you
make
can
me.
see, I mean,
yeah? Which year?
you can check out the
A
full
couple good
review
ones?
to
Oh,
find
really?
out more, but you can see the
Yeah.
the graphics are fantastic, and the
Hey,
story
Einstein.
is
What?
You do know this
is very
history about-
interesting. And even though I
Oh,
had
you
some
can read
issues with the
Spanish?
gameplay, I still liked
I
it.
know that. We
I
got
gave it
special
an 8
permission.
out of 10 in my review, which you can
Always
check
said
out on
you were
Gamesradar.com,
Yeah, funny.
which goes through all of my
Here,
reasonings
take the
for it as
scenic
to
route.
why it's not as good as Uncharted 2 or 3, but it's still a strong game in its own right.